Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio. I am, as probably usual-ish, SeiferKatt, and today we are going to do something. I haven't really figured out what we're doing today, but I think we should get rid of those old pipes. I think that's probably the correct action. Use the bigger pipes that allow faster fluid and all that sort of jazz. And then we'll just dump these in here. You know what, we don't even need those anymore. What we'll do is we'll take them back out again. Aha! Victory is ours. There we go. And that'll eventually do something, probably. Maybe. Who knows? I'm not here for speculation. I'm just here for speculation. Yes, that made sense. Alright, so seems like ingots are coming in at a decent enough rate, but what I want to do is replace this train today, so it's no longer dropping off iron ore, it's going to be dropping off iron ingots. And then we can start turning these into using the iron stuff. Yes, that's the words we want to use, people. The iron stuff. So we're just going to cut that off at the moment. Bring it here, and then we're going to cut that off. Great! Okay, that's good. So my plan today is we want to get the iron all sorted out, so the iron ingots are like well and truly established. And then we want to just stop all of this madness. Just stop the madness. I know we like some madness around here, but we gotta stop the madness. You gotta stop it sometime. So if we do that, it should split up how it's doing it and just mine it just a little bit faster. There's not much left though. So last episode we also fixed up how all my ingots are working. My ingots are working well. We've left plenty of room for improvement, of course. But for now, what we've done is pretty good. And I believe what we're just going to do is get a train to pick that stuff up. Keep it simple, right? Yeah, right. Double negative. Yeah, right. Well, double positive, actually. Double positive makes negative. Okay, so enough theoretical questions today. Let's get this happening. Also, I probably want to figure out what to do with all the stone and gravel that the mining is going to be producing. That's probably something very important as well. Young Skywalker. I don't know why Skywalker. That's not even the voice you say young Skywalker with. So we're going to try a new train system today. In this run, rather. Well, instead of the train systems that we usually use, which is the 1-2s, I'm going to allow for variable train lengths. Oh god. Already, I'm afraid. We're going to allow for variable train lengths, and we're going to have like train on each scene so they can like come in and then turn around. How do I feel about this? Kind of concerned. Kind of concerned is actually the true answer. We're going to go pick up some trains though, and some carriages, because I think we're going to need a lot of those in the future. And then at some point we're also going to need to... Can we even... Crush. Can we even build signals yet? I don't know if we can. Can we build signals yet? Doesn't look like it. What do we need to build signals? More time, but oh, actually, no, quite a few things. We need to upgrade to logistics 2. Okay. There's one thing I kind of like about this mod, that you've actually got to make stuff to get stuff done, but at the same time, just making stuff is a pain, you know? So we'll get my trains working, and then we'll do science or power, and then we'll start producing more things that we need for science. I think that's almost the right order for things. Maybe not the right order. Oh, goodness, that would make Huge number of those things. And I think let's start putting those in there. Don't need a huge number of them. 2 stacks is probably more than enough. Probably too many. 1 stack will do. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. I left my car down there. Awesome. It's always important to find your car before you need it. And we have 7 train stations. That's a good number of train stations. Crunch. I hate cars. I hate them so much. Also, I hate Cars by Pixar. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Tara. You're quite right. I can't research anything until I build something, and that means it doesn't just give me like 50 things. That was the problem that I had with the Bob's Maze, where it's like I would just do a ton of research and then I'd be like, I don't even know what I've got. I know what I've got, and I know what I don't have because I can't research beyond what I've got. And as frustrating as that is, it's not the worst situation to be in. Okay. So, we're going to go train. I think 3 trains should be enough. I just realized this won't actually go anywhere, but that's okay. It doesn't need to go anywhere just yet. Then we need large chests. For now, I don't think we do. For now, I think we'll just go 4. This is not ideal. This is why I really like the merge chests, but we don't have merge chests. So we'll go with what we've got. That's how life works, right? Sometimes you don't get exactly what you want. You get what you need. Okay. Gravel. Gravel can go out that way. I don't really know what the plan... Actually... Yeah, gravel can go out that way. We'll sort gravel out later. Yeah, that is a nice thing about the mod. You're absolutely right there. So I can't actually build anything until I've worked on the next part, but that's okay. And then that's going to feed back into itself like some sort of Ouroboros. Ouroboros is just a really nice word, and I will use it whenever I get the chance. I don't like that. Okay. And of course, at some point I've got to figure out what the hell's going on with gravel, but that'll come next. Okay, so that's mostly done. So we've got gravel and stone. Now we don't want gravel or stone, to be honest, but if I can turn them into landfill at this stage, I might do that. That might be the best one. So, because I can make sand out of the stone. Yay! Alright. I thought we could make sand out of stone. Can we not crush stone for sand? Okay. What do we do with stone? That's probably the real question. We crush stone into gravel, right? Thank you for following Scribelli? Scribelli? I'm gonna go Scribelli. Apologize if that's wrong. I apologize if that's probably wrong. Welcome. Welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, enjoy the show. If the question is, what the hell have you done and why is it so badly designed? It's a very good question. Yeah, you got the T-hacks, yeah. I know people like that, so I thought I'd give it to you guys. I've got this stone, I don't... Oh, wait, the stone can just turn into gravel. Excellent. Using the crushers that are perfectly pronounced. Excellent. It's nice that I every now and then get something right. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to crush these stones into gravels. Wait, then how do we get sand? I'm back to being confused about sand. How make sand? How make sand? We could... Oh wait, no, gravel can be turned into sand. Okay, and then mineral dust, which eventually we do have to deal with. That's okay, but we don't have to deal with it now. And that means that's a problem for future Seif. Which, he's going to hate me for that, but I don't care! Because a problem not for me is a problem for someone else. Okay, so now we crush this into gravel. Fantastic. Hey, look, I fully respect that. Yeah, suffering is a thing that sort of happens, but I'm having fun. Yeah, that's what we're all here for in the end of the day, even if we convince ourselves that we're not having fun. So I assume you're much further along in the Nullius? I don't ever know how to say this word. Nullius run than I am, which is totally fine. I've run out of belts again. What a foolish endeavor. That's alright. I guess we need to go get some more belts. That's okay, because this should make a lot of iron and is easily expandable to make 8 times more. And honestly, that's good numbers. What do you mean you took a 30-minute break from your space exploration? You stopped for months, mate. Or was the meeting just that long it felt like months? Okay. We knew this day was coming, and now it is here. Crunch. That's fine. Crashing into things is cool. Just hit 20 hours in, you've unlocked logistic and construction bots. Excellent! That sounds awesome, dude. I'm not there yet. Not yet. We'll get there. The logistics bots will be ignored, and construction bots will be my new best friends. Because for some reason I hate logistics bots. I know they're useful, but they just feel like cheating. Okay, so we've got more belts. Awesome. Thankfully we took... I'm glad that we grabbed the extra hydrogen packs earlier, because now we've got one. Oh, just immediately crash into the box again, just so the box knows who's in charge. Yeah, if I have an insubordinate box... Oh, I don't like that. I really want explosives to get rid of all these bloody cliffs. But, you know, that's what success feels like, right? I wasn't looking, I was looking at the minimap. Minimap does not show rocks very well. You know what, I don't like... This is a weird thing. Whenever I go to someone's stream and I see they're working on something, or not working on any science, I'm like, oh, just do some science. I don't even care if you can't do it. Just put something there. It's a weird thing that bothers me. But it does bother me. Okay. So the car's there, which is in the wrong place, but that's okay. The car will figure itself out. It's a smart car. Suppose. That is true. When I go to someone else's stream, I do find you there most of the time. It's actually, no joke, one of the first things I do when I go to a new Factorio streamer is I, like, check the viewer list and see if Valdek's there. I'm like, oh, Valdek's here, it's worth being here. Which, you know, in some ways kind of is like what Wes was doing, so I guess Wes had the right idea. I don't know how I feel about that. No, Wes is cool. I'm fine with Wes. Should have added you to the friends list when I had the chance, Valdek. Then I would have known who to watch. Okay. So that gets my gravel. You know what gets my gravel going? This mostly. Okay. So then we're going to grab this gravel. You know what? We're going to do it over here. Now, you know you're doing well when you have, like, really long belts. Like, that's what success feels like. Okay. Then I've got to crush some of the gravel into mineral dust. Just tell him. Just tell him at all times, I'm now watching this streamer, I'm now watching this streamer. He'll appreciate that. And you'll be a good friend to him. You know. There you go, you're helping him out. Good job. He better thank you for that. Okay. So this will break down at some point until we have a way to deal with the mineral dust. But until then, we're just going to put the mineral dust in a place. Okay. And we're just going to do the old multiple boxes trick. Not really a trick so much as just a problem for future Seif to deal with. Which, as we all know, are the best ways of dealing with a problem. Like, if you can make your future self do it, or future Seif do it, you do it. Absolutely, 100% every time. Like, never deal with a problem you can make someone else deal with. Even if that person dealing with it is your future self. I don't think that was actually connected, by the way. Look at that. Ingots going inside the train. Oh, I think it was connected. Wow, go me. Yeah, exactly. But then it's like, no, I don't know how I ended up on hot tub streamers. This is weird. How? Wait, can I not make that yet? Shoot, I can't make that. Okay, so we still have no way to make sand. Shit. No, I just realized that. I've just realized that. How close are we to that? Not that close, but not that far either. We just need to do these. It's some, I mean, yeah, it's a bit problematic. Okay, we're doing this boxes again. I think we're going to do more boxes. And then what we'll do on the way back is we'll turn them back around. We can turn them into mineral dust. I don't want the mineral dust. I was wanting landfill. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just do this for the moment. Maybe I should just deal with the mineral dust. No, maybe I should just deal with the mineral dust. That was getting too lazy. We can come back and deal with this later. But for now, let's just make mineral dust and get rid of the mineral dust. So gravel turns into mineral dust. Well, it does slightly get smaller. I assume these are stacks. Yeah, okay. We'll just turn it to mineral dust for now. And I mean, I suppose, assuming that it stacks the same. Let's check something. Actually, let's check this real quick. So gravel stacks to 100. Good to know. What does mineral dust stack to? Because mineral dust stacks to 100 as well. This is still technically better. Yeah, I've got that happening elsewhere. I've got that happening like up here, but I don't really have a hydrochloric system down here. So, not ideal. I mean, not ideal is exactly what I'm doing right here, and I'll come back and fix this later. You know, it's the whole problem. It's the whole future Seif problem right here. So it looks like it stacks to at least 100. That's good. If it stacks to higher than that, I'll be even happier. If it can stack to 200, I'll be supremely happy. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so it stacks to 100. Still an improvement. It does still mean we get our iron ingots, probably. It's doing its thing. Now, of course, this will break down at some point in the near future. That's understandable. Whatever. So the next thing I want to do That'll sort itself out. Don't you worry about that. Because I'm going to probably put some hydrogen in this train. Actually, iron, pick. Okay. Now we are going to crash into another train. If we do it carefully, we won't, but it might happen. And if it does happen, then we just have to all acknowledge that it happened and just pretend that it didn't. I think we can all do that, right? You're all with me on that? Great. If the authorities come looking for me, tell them it was past Seif. And there we go. Problem solved. You know, blame someone else. Oh. No. You're looking at the organized part of the base. You know, this is the part of the base where I actually had some planning. You can enjoy this part of the base if you like. And then the pipes are up here. So, no, don't worry. You were looking at the part that was organized. Nothing else is organized. Yeah, it's the part you show to guests. Everything else is in the cupboard that you're just like, don't look in there. You know, they open it up and it's just like a bunch of like weird anime wall scrolls. And you're just like, I can explain. They're my brothers. And they're like, you don't have a brother. And it's like, he's estranged. Very estranged. Oh, am I going to stop in time? I am. And that's my plan. Blame my estranged brother that I don't have. Okay, we do need to connect that again. Get rid of that iron ore. We also need to move that pesky estranged brother of mine. Exactly. You know, with all those weird anime wall scrolls. Now, I'm not saying there's anything weird about anime wall scrolls. I just want to make that clear real quick before someone's like, Seif's being disrespectful to anime wall scrolls. No, Seif's cool with anime wall scrolls. It's just... they're interesting, shall we say. Yeah, it's like... It's not even like girls in bikini or anything like that. It's the fact that it's like mecha in bikini. It's like, ooh, look at that Gundam. It's such a sexy Gundam. And you're like, okay, that's a little weird. And he's like, there's nothing weird about it. I'm like, it's kind of weird. Anyway, that's my imaginary brother that I don't have. Just to be clear, I don't have any wall scrolls like that. Brother might be onto something. Yeah, it's fair enough. It's like, you know, the original series Gundam, but it's like wearing a tiny little bikini. And it's like, ooh. You know what? Actually, that sounds hilarious. Never mind. I'm back in this world. This is now a weird world that I want to be vaguely a part of. See, that teaches me for like disrespecting my imaginary brother. Anyway, welcome to the stream. This is the sort of shit that happens here. Not often, but it does happen. I don't think we need that much. I think 6 is probably more than enough. And we might as well chuck that in there. Get rid of that water. Okay. Now we do need to actually finish this pipe work, which is probably easy enough. There we go. That should connect everything, right? Yeah, probably works. Okay, so now this iron should be collapsing now. Ooh, it's looking pretty collapsible. Oh. Okay, never make that noise again, by the way. That was weird and creepy. Not the weirdest or creepiest noise I've made in stream, but still. Gotta think about that shit. Okay. Now we do have this iron here. It's missing a splitter, is it? Oh yeah, you're right, it is. You're right. I will go back and fix that shortly. Okay, so the plan here is I just want to get rid of this iron ore as quickly as possible, so that way I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, I don't want to just have iron just sitting there, you know? It seems so wasteful. I waste enough things. Let's try and be, you know, not wasteful all the time. Wait, is that like... There's a patch of iron right there. What the hell? Do I have the little iron? I think it's to a little miner. I do. Oh, it's just a cute little miner. That looks like there's got things on everything. Okay. So, no. Okay, so how much has this got to go? 8.5. Okay. That's going to take a little while of time, so we're going to let that continue. Which is fine. We can do that. We're going to put this iron in here. And then... Okay. Now we can start thinking what we're going to do with these ingots. First off, let's put the splitter in there. Top miner needs a belt. Oh, does it? Okay, well, we'll get onto that as well. You know, it wouldn't be... You can't leave a place and not come... Like, leave something for you to do back there. Oh, yeah. That was never going to do a damn thing, was it? Okay. There you go. I think we can erase these belts. I think everything's sort of connected in a couple of ways there, so that's alright. Probably even cut that one. Okay. So now we have our ingots. Which is rad. I still like to say rad to, like... One of my hobbies, saying rad to teenagers and then asking, is that what kids still say? Do kids still say rad these days? And just look at their mortified stares. It's a weird hobby to have, but it's one I'm gonna do. It's not a crime. It's fine. If the kids don't say rad, they're wrong. Well, they assure me very quickly that no one says rad anymore. And I'm like, oh, is it tubular? Do they still use tubular? They do not use tubular. Ah, it's just wholesome scaring of children. It's fine. Oh, I see. Sand is easier to get rid of than gravel. Because sand, oh, I see why it doesn't count yet. Partial to groovy. Groovy is good. Yeah, I respect groovy. Okay. So that gets my ingots out. Pretty good. Now, it's time for science. No, not time for science. It's time for power. Because power is finicky, thanks to wind turbines. We can make power less finicky with the power of solar. Probably. I mean, the good news is we can really... Oh, I was going to say build it anywhere, but I think building it near Monster Lake is probably still the best place to do it. Let's keep building things next to Monster Lake. So we need solar collectors. Now, good news is I'm pretty sure we make all of this stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's mostly on the bus. So all we need to do... What if we build the solar collectors over here? Yeah, that's true. And I mean, we'll work on that, but I mean, it's easy enough to just make stuff for now. What I actually want when I think about it is some easy landfill. Can we get some easy landfill in here? Sand and gravel, sand and gravel. Okay. Because if we can get some easy landfill... Ooh, landfill out of sludge? No! What a crime. If we can get some easy landfill, then we can, like, make a lake just be a little bit more useful. Okay, anyway. Not relevant. Maybe relevant. Step 1. We need solar collectors. Once we've got this... Oh, we're going to need to make heat exchangers as well. So let's get that ready as well, because we don't have that. Heat exchangers... Oh, they're easy as heck to build. They're just heat pipes again. Aha. Okay, steel rod, aluminium sheets, glass. Okay, aluminium sheets? Wow, aluminium sheets are right there. Interesting. Tan landfill might be the best idea then. Okay, let's get aluminium sheets. So we're going to have to do the patented trick. That trick is patented. If I see anyone using it in their factories, they will be held to pay. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. How's research doing? Terribly, in fact. It's not doing anything, Emu Bob. I've heard rumors that there might be research in the future, but only rumors at this point. Completely unsubstantiated. So, not great, but that's okay. We're working on power at the moment, and once we get power sorted, then I think we're going to get some real shit happening. Does feel a bit like that sometimes. Okay. So that'll get my steel rods. Oh yeah. And then glass. Now remember, this is going to be a weird thing to say, but you'll thank me later. Don't eat glass. Okay, moving on. Let's see, it's a weird thing to say because you're like, but glass looks delicious. It does look, oh shit. See, that's what happens. You ate glass, now it's in with the iron. Anyway, that teaches me for just saying weird shit for no reason, just to try and get a laugh out of myself. Okay. We're good. That was way more difficult than it had any right to be. You know what, honestly, if we could just move that one over, this would actually be perfect. Yeah, you just figure it out. You'll figure it out. Okay, excellent. Are you still doing that? Okay, just do it, please. Just finish, and then we can be gone. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually fine. Okay, so that's solar collectors. No, it's not. Nothing's actually connected to it. Okay, that's solar collectors. Like, very, like, bold statement there that's just, like, completely wrong. There they are. Behold my solar collectors, and see that there are none. My solar collector field, and see that it is barren. Here's where I keep my solar collectors, if I had any. I'm just trying to think of more memes that are basically the same joke. So then after solar collectors, then I think we'll start working on other solar collectors. Never heard of it. Solar collectors, dene rectum. I think it's the wrong joke actually now that I said it aloud. Alright, oh, thermal tank. Those seem kind of cool. That does seem kind of cool. Anyway, irrelevant. Get out of here. We need combustion chambers. Now, combustion chambers, this one might be a little bit more of a journey. Because these aren't on the bus. These just sort of exist in a nebulous state. Do we need more of those? We'll take more of those. Why not? I think I want them. I think I deserve them. Okay, this is going to be unrelated to absolutely anything I've been talking about today, but I think a lot about this old Disney movie, The Aristocats. I think a lot about the butler Edgar, where he's just like, you know, he saves a large amount of money, like $10 million, million. I don't remember the exact number. And then he's just like, those cats have got to go. And I think about that just 10 million a lot. Which you wouldn't think, because it turns out I don't even know what the bloody line is. So maybe I am just full of shit again. What a gosh darn surprise, alright? SeiferKatt, full of shit, doesn't know what he's talking about. Honestly, that's almost a stream idea. That's what I'm doing right now. Never mind. Abandoned plan. Okay, so combustion chambers are going elsewhere. Combustion chambers going bye-bye. So it is time for the spaghetti. Oh no, I forgot to make the spaghetti sound. I was looking for one and I didn't actually choose one. Oh well. We'll get a spaghetti sound one day. Can we get some lights in here? Because this is kind of bad. Do we actually not have any lights anymore? We're out of lights. Okay, well, let's go get some more lights as well. There they are. All of my, behold my lights. I have no lights. All my lights have gone onto the bus. They'll do that. Lay thine eyes upon my field of light and see that it is barren. Yeah. That's okay. This new iron situation should fix a lot of those problems. Are we still mining iron here? We are. Though we're mining less iron. That's good. We want, as these collections die down, we'll be fine. Okay. How do I feel about this so far? Not great, actually. Not great. But I don't really have my combustion chambers. I do need those. Although, how much heat does one combustion chamber really need, right? So, just as an experiment, don't worry about what's going on here. Don't be afraid. As angels apparently say quite often. Which is concerning, you know? If someone said to me just like, be not afraid out of nowhere, I'm like, I have never been more terrified. Especially if you read about the biblical descriptions of angels. I don't know, have you ever read about the biblical depiction of angels and be like, oh yeah, I see why you come in here, and just be like, be not afraid. Because you've got like 18 eyeballs on you. I am the very definition of afraid right now. I don't know where my combustion chambers are going. I think they're going over to this train. Wait, is that my combustion chambers there? Yeah, I can just steal these ones. Whoop. Great. Well, never mind. We might be fine then. Let's grab a heat exchanger. What I would like to see is how much heat biblical angels are goals? What way? Ah, we're doing what the shirt, are we? That's a bold claim. So, oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, we have a section around here called What the Shirt, where I talk about a shirt that I have, and it always starts a little. I gotta undo my hoodie first. It always starts a little bit like this. Do what the shirt. I realize my camera's slightly in the wrong place. Yeah. Okay. Today on What the Shirt, we are talking about this Chandra shirt, where she's in the style of Flame Princess. It's cool, right? I like it. It's really the sort of same character in both cases. I guess Chandra's a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, if you wanted a magic shirt and you also liked Adventure Time, it's a good shirt. That's what the shirt. I really like Chandra. Like, I didn't really care much about the magic story until Amonkhet. And then there was like a little bit of a story, and they were just like walking through the desert because Amonkhet. And then this giant sandworm comes up and just eats Jace, which, you know, fair enough, right? Yeah. And then it's like everyone's doing their little story bit, like internal, and then when Chandra's comes along, it's just full caps, like ah, scream, 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 scream. What the fuck? I just ate Jace. It's like, yeah. So that ah was really loud and it scared me as well. I apologize if that scared you. I was also afraid by my own screaming. Okay, so we're gonna need some seawater pumps. Do we make seawater pumps? I feel like we probably do. Yeah, I'm very big on my t-shirts around here, so I always try to wear something interesting. Sometimes I even come home from work, I take off a polo shirt and then I put on a shirt just so I can stream. Like, and my wife Panda, she's like, you don't need to do that. And I'm like, no, the people want to see a cool shirt. The people demand a cool shirt and I'm going to give it to them. She understands. Okay, you know what? We've got gravel, we've got sand. Wait, isn't gravel and sand what I wanted for a landfill? For this one? It is! Oh! Yes! Okay. Landfill. Just fill? Still waiting for that panda onesie. Well, first off, I don't have a panda onesie, and secondly, that's Michelle's idea. That's Michelle's thing. I don't do that. I don't want to take her thing. It's called landfill. Oh, it's made in crushers. Okie dokie. That does make a lot more sense. Well, not really, but I got it. I got there eventually. So 10 sand, 2 gravel makes 4. Hey, Solburn. How you doing? Crush 'em! Okay, well, look, we'll just make the grey one. Grey one seems boring. But then again, the grey one will do the job, what I need it to do. We're not really planning on building on this, so it's fine. Okay. So the plan here is I want to like make a very straight lake road, so that way I can just bring in more seawater a lot easier. That's what we're thinking. So I don't mind if this box just fills up with landfill. So I don't really want to change Monster Lake. I love Monster Lake, so I might change like this area here. I'm probably not going to build here, so it's probably absolutely Weasley crush him. Oh no, careful. You'll trigger Dave. I don't think Dave's here yet, but you know Dave, he'll be like, Crusher! Riker! Ah, love Dave. Good dude. Okay. Okay, so we're going to grab some sand bricks. Oh, sorry, stone bricks. Not because I want them, because I might as well use them. Just slowly brick up the world. At least the parts where I build on. So what I am thinking currently is over here. I'm going to turn this into a big solar panel area. The cliffs, as usual, not blimmin' helping, but that's okay. That's how cliffs are. Oh, you were thinking Will Wright. No, it's the wrong Will. You know what they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, I hate myself for that one. But what is a SeiferKatt stream without a little bit of self-hatred, right? Exactly. One short. If I'd done the maths, even thought about maths for a second, I probably would have been fine. So that's 600 and... yeah. So what I want to do is just make this just like nice and straight so I can get a lot of seawater from it without being really higgledy-piggledy about it. 17 times 2. 34. Hey, that was right. You have no idea how excited I am that I just got that right. Maybe you do. I didn't even have to open a calculator. That's a big day for SeiferKatt. Okay, what do we need? We need heat pipes. We need a lot of heat pipes anyway. Add 2 and make it 6 times 6. That's probably good. Well, I'm going to go get more things anyway, and I'm going to go... yeah. Don't worry. I got this bauxite, and I don't want it. Can I not have this bauxite, please? Thank you. Do I have anything else that I don't particularly want? Yep, seems like it. You wrote the computation and the result. I didn't see the result. I just saw the number and I did the math myself and then I saw your answer. You just checked it preemptively. Preemptive checking. Yeah, that's a thing that you gotta do. Anyway. Let me have my small victories, please. Wait. You might have a problem. Okay, I don't think we actually need any more right now. Let's just turn that off for the moment. So we need more heat pipes. 77 will have to do. I think it will do though, that's the problem. We'll build 4 of them for now, and then we'll work out the math. Okay. Or rather, Soulburn will work out the math, and I'll just steal it from him and claim it as my own. That's called success, right? I don't really know what success looks like. I've always just stolen my math from other people and claimed it as my own. Which someone once claimed that I did. Which is really weird how I got like 20% higher in the math test than they did, so, you know. Stolen math is absolutely valid. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that truth. As my favorite line from Incredibles 2, math is math. I like it because it's true. Math is math. We really don't need that anywhere near the water. Crystal math. Oh no. I'm down, Walter White. Oh yeah, no, don't worry. We will add that last collector. It's still happening. Make it 31 so it's prime. Ooh, I do like primes. I don't even know how many I've got. Ah, shit, yeah. I guess we do need to check the emitter at Calidus. Can't be square. Man, this is going to anchor people. You know that, right? So you wanted 36, so that's good. That's what you wanted? I mean, you know me. I'm not a stranger of annoying people in strange way. Oh! Hey, Seif. Oh, what a surprise. Seif comes and he wants me to wear the cat mask. Good on you. Yeah, here's the cat mask. Are you happy? I am now Don D Mask. It's a French name. Ah, thank you, Veldek, for giving a shout out for Seif. Absolutely worthy. Worth it, rather. Well, I'll take that. Okay, so that's going to do 8.43 kilojoules of power sometimes when it feels like it. How much can these do, out of curiosity? I'm not placing them yet. I just want to... 3.6 times 2, that is 7.2. Yeah. So we're going to need more combustion chambers. That's fine. We'll figure that out another day. 42? Nice. Answer the life, the universe, and everything. We've done it. Hey, that's quite alright, man. I appreciate you coming by, even just to hang out just for a minute. That's... I still really appreciate it. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to get the... saline water. It doesn't really matter, actually. But how much water do you want? You want 4.5 per minute. Okay, and how much do these produce? Still no eruption. I don't actually think they erupt, but it is still scary. Okay, so they produce 7.2. So if we have 4.5, multiply that by 4, 18k. Okay, so... Oh, I thought that was going to need way more. Well, I guess I'm wrong. I know it doesn't happen often, but I almost got through to saying that. No, I didn't. Okay. So what we need to do is, if we can get one of those seawater pumps, let's get 2 seawater pumps. Like, you know, let's go crazy. And let's also, I brought this landfill for a reason. There it is. Let's just tidy it up just a bit. There we go. Reminds me of the old C block days. Which is phrases you never actually want to say aloud. The trauma will never end from C block. No, I'm kidding, I left C block. You know I did. Okay. And then we put a pump there. DLC block, yeah. Seif block, as the other phrase that we use. We have outfall pumps, which we do carry with us, I believe. Unless we're not carrying any with us right now. We are. Okay, great. And we're going to pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Everybody. Okay, we're pumping it. Let's put that one there. How's Factorio doing? Look, man, it's doing okay. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. The factory is mostly doing things I want it to do. And in my line of work, that's called success. My line of work, however, is not success. So, really how you want. Okay. Now that will produce. Oh shoot! Which one needed to be water and which one needed to be the water? Which is water going in? Which is water going out? Water going in is, yeah. That actually makes sense. Cool. Then we do that. We do that. We do that. And this one we do that. Now the real question is, do we need to get some tanks? For now, I'm going to say no. For now, I think we're okay. So this will produce power is what I'm actually looking at right now. Thank you. Nothing. Okay. You've disappointed me again. 3.6. Okay, so that will power 3 of these. So I do need tanks, is what I'm hearing. Because really, it's just the backup turbines that I'm really most concerned about at the moment. Yeah, look, you know what? This is always going to happen at some point. What I might actually do is do that again, because I like this plan. It was kind of good. Not super good. You know, it was about the level of goodness that most of my plans are. So acceptable levels of goodness. To some degree. Arguable. Why do we not have water? Very valid question. Oh. There's a pump there. And the pump is powered by the power that we don't have. Ba 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 ba. The one where you can have more ads and get like a slightly higher revenue stream. I have heard about that. Is that the one you're talking about? I thought about it and I thought, well, I'm not actually really doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I just want to play video games and make people happy. And so I thought, well, that doesn't actually affect me then. But for people who do want that high revenue stream, yeah, go for it. You know, I certainly don't fault for anyone wanting to do that, especially if you're making it more like yourself. I understand you're trying to do streaming full time, which, you know, good on you. But I'm not doing that, so it doesn't affect me as much. That's how I look at it. Oh, That's kind of gross. But I mean, some people are getting ads. I mean, what are you supposed? Yeah, I don't know. It's the whole thing's just a bit weird to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put down some of these bad boys. We're going to put down 9. Oh no! Why put down 9 when you put down 12? No. And then why don't you put them in a position where you can actually pump fluids to them? I mean, ads are. I mean, to be fair, I don't really pay anything to stream, and I imagine most people who stream don't actually get any sort of actual money from this. So you know, I guess Twitch is trying to recoup their costs to some degree, and I mean, I understand that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. Hey, Odaba, welcome aboard. But yeah, people are going to do it. I just took the mask off. I'm putting the mask back on again. Okay. Love it. It's a good, perfect time for the redeem, honestly. Okay, and power, power, power. Power and chaos. Okay, and then that has no power because it doesn't actually... Okay, so... that generates approximately 12 megawatts when required, which oddly enough is required right now, but there's plenty of steam. So maybe that's okay. Output is full. Output of what? Of wastewater? Oh no. Are we not dumping the wastewater yet? We're dumping it. When we feel like it. Not good. Let's dump it a bit faster than that, please. We got shit to do. Or are things just not connected? I think things might not be connected on the other side. Oh yeah, nothing's connected. That's probably not helping. Okay. Okay, the wastewater's going away now. Good job, wastewater. Get out of my factory. That's not actually connected to anything as well. Okay. The important thing is the backup turbines now do produce extra power. That's really what we are after. But when solar craps the bed like it always does, you know, that's a hobby of solar power. We've got a chance that maybe backup turbines can shoulder the load. I don't know if that's actually the case, but we can get a couple more heat exchangers. And maybe we will, if we can do this just a bit better. Nope. Yes. What is the actual plan here? I think that's how I want it. You know, minus the... Oh, I see what I've done wrong. We still don't want that. I think that's how we want it. And then we make sure that's connected. And that's connected. And then we got to make sure that these are connected. Just to make sure we get the extra steam, because steam is super important. And connect that. So now, looks like nothing's connected again. Gosh darn it, how's that keep happening? Alright, will you take care? And I'll catch you sometime later. Thanks for coming by. Alright, so the wind turbines are doing well. Good. You know what I might do, actually? I might chuck a couple of just standard turbines down here. Maybe 4. Just so that way we have a little bit more stable power coming in. And maybe that helps. Yeah, another 4 megawatts power coming through when it's needed. Wait, why is it not coming through? I don't know. Yeah. Alright, so these things are not getting enough seawater anymore. That makes sense, I suppose. I think we do need to do another one of these. And immediately go against the whole purpose of what we were doing here. Wind power is priority. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So that should be getting about 480? Yeah. Each one does 120. Now the real question is, how's this doing? Fine. Really low. Awesome. Ah, okay. So standard turbines are really not too much different than backup turbines, I suppose. Okay. Okay, so slight problem that we probably want more tanks. I don't think we carry more tanks right now, but you know what? We've generated more power. That is good. I will consider this done. It's not, but I'll consider it done. So what do we want to do next? Probably logistics, right? So we need underground belts. So let's do the thing. We make all of that stuff. That's good. And we probably want splitters as well, because if you're not doing splitters, why you bother doing anything? Standard turbines can run, surge electrolyzers, backups cannot. Okay, so that kind of works. Cool. I like how regular splitters don't need logic circuits. Like, how did they do it before? Just a bit of plastic? Bit of plastic, it figures it out. What I need is a pipe bus. No. Hang on, is that still there? I still have that picture there? No. Fuck the fluid bus. A bit of a meme from Ghost in there, made quite some, like on the C block run, when the pipe bus contained about 16 different types of molten metals. Which was, that was a problem! No, we'll never do a fluid bus again. It was a huge problem. I don't want to do it again. That's alright. The meme was there. That meme's so great. I appreciate Kosin for making that. Good news though. Good news, everybody. Everyone. I messed up. What we actually really need to do is maybe even extend that out. We're making enough of these? We're definitely not making enough of these. I think we can all agree that's pathetic. Reminds me of a line that I said today to my boss, which was, you know, she was saying, "How's this going?" And I'm like, "Look, I don't like to say this about my work, but I'm going to be honest. It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic how badly this is going right now." She's like, "Oh, okay." Top right, does it? It does. But yeah, I was like, my work is like this particular part of my job is just going pathetic right now. I do not have time to do it. She's like, all right. And so then we worked out a way to get it done better. But it's just like really funny just saying to your boss, yeah, that's part of my job that you're assigning me to do. It's pathetic. It's not working. She was super cool about it though, so that's all right. But like this task that I'm supposed to watch over and I haven't been looking at it at all. because I just hadn't had the time. But as I said, my boss was super cool about it. Like, my boss is the sort of person that if you're honest about how things are going, and you just go, it's not going great. She's like, okay, well, I'll find a way to help you and we'll get it done. That's the sort of boss you want to have, I reckon. Certainly the sort of boss I want to have. Okay. How's this factory going? It's also pathetic, but that's okay. My boss isn't asking me about it. Okay, so we're making more iron gears. I think that was something we actually had a shortage of, so now we do not. Probably because they were using only the small assemblers. Okay. So, it's time to demonstrate logistics. Well, we've placed inserter 2s, so there's still some progress. I think we're building this belt further along now. How close are we to explosives? I think we're still so far away. Yeah, oh god, there's multiple things in the way. Explosives? They're a while away. Oh, wait, no, that's improved explosives. Ooh, wait, whoa. The implication, improved explosives means there's unimproved explosives. I think I got excited for nothing. I don't think there's... Improvised explosives. That's the complete opposite of improved explosives. Improved explosives are the ones that aren't improvised. Shit! We're so happy. Oh well. No improved explosives for SeiferKatt today. Where are these belts going? They're going to over here. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we're going to make the new belts over here. Anyone got any complaints about that? Oh shoot, crud, we need motor 2s. Crud, we need motor 2s. Wonderful. Do we need anything else while we're looking at things? We've got rubber, we've got worker motor 2, steel gears, we've got lubricant, we've got all that. Okay, so we just need to make motor 2s. Before we start making motor 2s, do we need motor 1s anymore? Okay. Make that. We don't need motor 1s anymore. So... motor 1s are here. So what my theory is we'll find where they last split. Oh, this... probably not needed motor 1s for a while, it seems. Oops. I've made a mistake. My inventory has exploded. Never fear, my inventory has exploded for no real reason. Okay, well let's shoot, I want most of this stuff. You know what, I don't need these barrels. Impoverished, not impoverished is even worse. We're going backwards. Improvised explosives. Aww. Explosives are poor. Okay. Now I've remembered there's a way to pick up things on the ground, and let's just do that. Which is item on ground. Oh! Yeah. It's not an official Factorio. For a moment there I thought you were saying that's actually the official term for it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But no. Impounded, not imploded. Oh, so it's getting worse. Actually, impounded is okay. I would rather something be impounded than imploded. Like, if you said, oh, your car has been impounded, you'd be like, ah, that sucks. If you said your car has been imploded, you'd be like, That's what? Eh? I needed that. I was going to use that car later. Chest explosion. Well, it wasn't even from a chest. It was from, I think a splitter. It was a split explosion. A splitlosion. Which is really what they originally wanted to call Splatoon. The Splatoon, but they couldn't because of copyright reasons. Car has been improved. Well, car is only improved with pistols. Hey, son of a Bobby. Welcome. I never really played Splatoon. I bought it, like Splatoon 1, and then I was having problems with my Wii U, like, connecting, and then I was just like, meh, stuff it. And I just didn't play it. Which I feel like I've missed out a lot, because I've heard it was a really good, like, Splatoon 2 was good. Maybe I'll fall for that trick again, Splatoon 3. The problem with Splatoon is not on PC. Yeah, that's part of a problem. It's a huge problem. Could you imagine that game with mouse and keyboard controls? Ah, it'd be so good. Okay. We're going to put a box. And we're going to do it this way. And we're just going to empty that box. Same problem with Bloodborne. Yeah, I had a friend that was over here, and they were playing Bloodborne, and they were just, like, absolutely enamored by it. And they were, like, saying things like, I think this is the best Souls game. And I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that. But they were like, nah, it is. It's the best Souls game. I was like, okay. I think they were just, like, so excited because it was a new game to them. But they just finished Elden Ring, and I'm like, Elden Ring's pretty damn good. And they're like, nah, this is the best Souls game. Which, you know, that's their opinion, man. Okay, so we're going to put the Motor 2s in here. I think that's the best plan. So, Motor 2s. Let's get our Motor 2s on. And then chuck them into the bus. So, because Motor 2s are probably going to be hungry. Pretend that made sense, please. We're going to do it like that. Okay? It feels so awkward when I say something weird and I just get the crickets. It's all good, son of Bobby. I know you're like, you come back to me later and be like, I didn't mean to. I was like, oh, that's fine. It's totally fine. It's what they're there for. Your 150 hours in Elden Ring is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just kind of done with Elden Ring until I get my new PC. Like, it's so tragic how bad my computer is right now. With its massive 8 gigabytes of RAM. I should just blame everything on my 8 gigabytes of RAM, shouldn't I? Oh, guys, sorry, I can't come to your party. I've got 8 gigabytes of RAM. Oh my goodness, I have just discovered the best technique ever, and I don't know why I only just thought of it. I'm a genius. Okay, that's a bit far. I think it's a bit far when I start saying I'm a genius. You bought your GPU for Elden Ring? Yeah, well, clearly I should have done the same. Okay, insulated wire, steel plate, steel rod, steel gear, steel. Gotcha. Yeah, CPU is a bottleneck. Man, is it just me or is hardware infrastructure just Factorio? Okay. You know, now you got a bottleneck. Oh, 60 frames. What specs that I'm planning on buying or that I have now? Planning on buying, I haven't figured that out yet. I need to have like a bunch of people who know computers yell at me, and then I'll understand. I really don't know computers. But what specs do I have now? Not good enough. I know that's not what you were wanting, but it's what I got for you. Yeah, I was talking about like the computer and buying that with Panda, and I was like, actually, what am I gonna do with the old computer? I'm like, I might just give that to you, and she was like, oh yes. So now it's just now all of a sudden Panda's on board with me buying a new computer because now she knows that she's gonna get my old one. Not that she had any problems with me buying it in the first place, but now she's on board. Now she's like, yes, which is really funny. But I mean, you know, fair enough. Now she's got some skin in the game, right? GPUs are under MSRP price on eBay. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying from eBay though. I'll be buying from like a local store, and I'll be paying extra for it, but I honestly don't care. Like, I want someone else to do it for me so I don't feel scared. Like, I'm just a scaredy cat. Oh no, I just realized that that actually kind of works with my name. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That's awesome. Because you're giving him your laptop, right? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if there's one thing I like to do is to complain. You know, I love complaining. It's just my favorite thing to do. Like, I know you think I'm joking, but no, I love complaining. I love having like a really sassy remark. Like I'm an absolute fucking joy, right? No, usually I don't complain. Usually I'm like pretty chill about everything. But then sometimes, sometimes you just gotta go, nah, screw you. Oh no, I can't build my own PC. Oh god, no. I've done it once, and I'm glad I did it, but never again. Okay, and insulated wires, which are all the way down here. I'm looking at spending no more than 3K. Though, decent. I'm not spending like top of the range stuff. Like, it's just, I don't care enough about frames to care about the top of the range stuff. I just don't need it. How old is the current PC? About 6 years. She's done well for her years. New Zealand. I never think about money in USD. That's just weird to me. So with that, you can figure out USD if you wanted to, but it's not going to be as much as 3K USD. Yeah, it's going to be fine. 2K USD. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, I've bought the fanciest graphics card. Like, I'm not that person. I mean, I'm the sort of person that when someone goes, wait, you're running how much RAM? I'm like, this much, and they're like, that's not enough. And I'm like, oh, I never had a problem with it. Except for now, I suppose, where the problem with it is now becoming a well-known joke. Just download it. Oh, download RAM. I download RAM all the time. It doesn't seem to help, but it's because it's the wrong type of RAM, which is the strangest thing. That you can download the wrong RAM. Every morning I download some more RAM, and it doesn't even help. It never helps. People said it would help, and then they told me don't look up the word gullible in the dictionary because it's not there. And I said to myself, well, I trust my friends, so if they told me that, then it's probably true. Yeah, a bunch of my mates are saying the same thing right now, so... And they're going to be some of the people screaming at me of what to buy, so... Yeah, they know what they're doing. Downloaded RAM freeload with... Are you talking about like the thing where the Ready Boost thing where you can chuck in a USB stick, or are we continuing the joke about downloading RAM? I just want to make sure that I understand if we're joking or not. More RGB is better. Oh no, that I know. Oh yeah, that's a good point. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. The more RGB you've got, the cooler you are. That's very true. I got an RGB keyboard and I absolutely love it. I'm used to dealing with the Bob's adjustable inserters. How quickly you forget everything you need to know. Okay, I need lubricant. Wait, you actually can download RAM? What? I mean, I understand the logic of what you're saying, but that seems so confusing. LTT, that's Linus Tech Tips, I assume? That seems like a bad idea. Then again, what do I know? Oops. Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Gotta get my lubricant into a place where I need it. It's a common phrase for people to say. Lubricant's one of those things you never want it in the wrong place. Who knows what would happen? Just deletes just 32. I mean, honestly, what I do is just del star.star, which is like this trick that this guy on the phone, guy from Microsoft told me about one time. He said he was from Microsoft, but he didn't sound like he was from Microsoft. Because he said that I owed him money because he was also the IRS. It was a very confusing call. You know, that's how Microsoft are. Why no one likes Microsoft, right? Because they actually are also the IRS. Grim Urf, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a computer guy. Except for when I pretend to be on the internet. Is that a Windows command? I don't even know. You could tell me it is, and I would just believe you. Of course he did, yeah. Also, it was weird. He had an Indian accent, but he was also the Prince of Nigeria. It's like I don't know what was going on with this guy, but he knew his shit. You know? The Linux command. I've never touched Linux. At least not manually. Linux, I don't even know her. What? I mean, yeah, sure, okay. I have an Android phone, yes. I guess if that's running Linux, then I suppose, yeah, okay, I've used a Linux device. But I've never done Linux on it. It just did itself. It just Linuxed itself, and that doesn't mean I know anything about it. I've never used a command line on an Android phone, no. That I can honestly say, jokes aside, I've never done. Jokes aside, how often does that ever happen? Steam Deck is very Linux. Well, I don't have a Steam Deck, so really just it's not none of this is coming out saying that I'm using Linux, unfortunately. Okay, we've got lots of lubricant being used now. That's good. We'll make extra engines because I think that's probably going to be good. I don't know if I need a Steam Deck. I feel like I probably don't. I don't know what I'd use it for. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of people use Linux. I just don't know anything about it, and I've never... Like, the only thing I care about is video games, right? And I'm not talking about, like, for streaming. I'm talking about literally the only thing I generally care about is video games. So, and Linux has never really been a friendly thing for video games. So, yeah, sure. I'm sure I use devices that use video games. Ah, that TF2 server you were playing on back in the day, that used Linux. I'm like, well, yeah, but I didn't program it. That Minecraft server you're playing on, that used Linux. Yeah, but I didn't do the Minecraft. It did itself. Okay. So now we've got my engines, and my engines are here. That's pretty good. How's my train going, by the way? Is it still filling up? It's still filling up. It hasn't broken itself yet. Nice. Very pleased about that outcome. I think the plan here is that we're going to build the new belts over here. I think that's the right idea. Is these lights? Okay. There's these lights. I don't know what that means. Okay, what I think my plan is here is we're going to... If I not watch Fifth Element, do I sound like someone who's not watched the Fifth Element? Oh god, they found out the truth! I've never watched Fifth Element. I've never watched it. Yeah, Aziz Ansari is the first thing I was thinking of. What mods am I running? I am running... Let's just click the button and I'll figure it out. Nullius is the main one. It's really just Nullius. And Squeak Through and Bottleneck Light. I've heard nothing but good things about the movie. I know it's good. I know people really like it. I know it's super quotable. Yeah, it is an absolute overhaul. It's a huge overhaul. There's no like life. It's a dead world. There's no coal. It's an interesting start. I think at some point you see life, but it's one hell of an overhaul. Yeah. Okay. Like, I'm aware of multi-pass. Yeah, I know multi-pass. People go, haha, multi-pass, but I don't know what that means. Why are the pipes red and you don't like it? These are pipe 2s. These are pipe 2s. They're not pipe 1s, these are pipe 2s. The Ringer, haven't even heard of it. Okay, so what do we need? We need rubber, motor, belt. Belts is going to be a pain. Okay, nope, let's not worry about belts. We have to worry about belts. See, belt 3's being blue. That's good. I've used a lot of blue belts before. Can we get rubber and belts in here? No. Oh, those are crushers. Oh god, I've designed my base so badly. At least this part. This part is designed badly. Some parts of it are okay. Most aren't. Okay. How does the no coal thing work? A lot of wind power. A lot of wind power, a lot of solar power. That's about it. For now. For now. I don't know if things are going to change later. No grenades, but no need for grenades. No trees, no biters. Yeah, no biters yet. That's true. Biters will come later. Okay, so that's doing its damn best, and I appreciate it. Keep doing your damn best. But I really need these belts. Okay guys, it's spaghetti's time. Put on your spaghetti hats, it's time to spaghetti. We're morbin here. I shouldn't say that, we shouldn't be morbin. We came to this place to get away from the morbing. It's followed us here. Oof. Ooh, just spaghetti is bad. That was some delicious pasta right there. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Ooh. Okay. Well cooked spaghetti. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that brings the belts in. That's a good start. That's step 1. Then we need to bring in steel gears or rubber. I honestly don't know what's going to be easy to bring in. I feel like steel gears might be the easiest. Oh wow, these are actually going really well now. I mean, as far as a very small steel production line can go. Maybe it's not going as well. I think I just hyped it up too much. I praised it too much. That belt over one more tile for the inserters. Why? I mean, I know you said for the inserters, but... Yeah, it's in the wrong place. I shouldn't even be there. I praised it like I should. You got to praise it. Oh no, it was right. It was right. No, 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 no. Undo it. Undo, undo. Undo everything. Release the hounds. Put the hounds back. Who put the hounds back? Appreciate it. Those hounds were just running wild. Okay. Do we have lights available yet? Because so many parts of space. No, we don't. Okay. Don't know why I thought we would. Oh, we're out of glass. What? We're out of glass? I thought we'd have lots of glass. Well, we do not. Okay, we could probably have more glass if we did that. And maybe if we, and here's where we start getting a bit tricky, put another furnace in there? I think we're okay. Have I got to improve glass recipes yet? I don't think so, but honestly, who knows? Glass. No, we've got no improved glass recipes yet. It's really toasty, right? I was thinking I should turn it off, but at the same time, I like being really warm. Panda just came into the living area because she was sitting in the living room, and I've had the heater on, and she's just like, "Ooh, so warm." So, yeah. Do you want to turn this on? No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think that one little guy is doing too much, though. It's actually kinda not. Could actually take another furnace, probably. It's so warm right now. Yeah, I could even take off this hoodie. Ooh, and if you go to my OnlyFans, I take off a bit more. No, that's not true. It doesn't exist. One of these days, someone's gonna actually be like, it doesn't exist. Sad. No one wants that. Like, literally no one. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good mix. Strangely enough. Good daddy. Aw. You stayed here the whole time waiting for that link, did you? I splitter will... Oh, shoot. Good point. Yeah, that's true. That totally happened. Okay, well, we'll just go output priority. Now, you do it like this, right? You go like that, and you go glass. I've seen people doing this before. And that way the glass can't go any other way. Thank you for that observation. Hey, Dagoo, how you doing? This is very much a little bit Twitch plays Factorio sometimes, isn't it? Except instead of Twitch playing Factorio, Twitch just corrects Seif's mistake. Hey? What, making mistakes? People correcting my mistakes is my life. Hey, Panda, read your book. I love you too. Even though she's being mean to me. You are being mean! The line is I'm not being mean, I'm being honest, which is just her excuse for being abusive. A panda emoji indeed. Yeah. So good. she's only mean because she knows I like it. I mean, look, I like some level of abuse. I'm here streaming after all. Da 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 da. Oh, I didn't feel comfortable. Anyway, we didn't actually go and get the things we wanted, which is these things. Okay. Yeah, I've seen people do that one. I was kind of doing it the other way around. We'll take some crushes because I've got them now. I don't know any other way to deal with that problem. Okay. And then if we do that... I only wanted to work with a single item. Oh, I see. And then you can blueprint it, I suppose. Okay. I don't usually need to do that, though. Clearly this time I did, though. So now we need rubber and motor 2s. I'm going to put those up here. Yes. And then everything... wait. We need underground belt ones? Don't tell me we need splitter... Of course we bloody need splitter ones. Okay. That's fine. Of course we do. I don't know why I'm surprised by this. Well, actually... No, we'll do it that way because the other ones are probably easy coming the other way. That's really annoying, and it should have been obvious if I just thought about it for a moment. Because everything upgrades into another thing, right? Okay, so motor 2s and rubber. That was a really weird vibration sound that I made there. Now, where's rubber? Has it met the road? Has the rubber met the road? There it is. Hello, road. I'm rubber. Oh, hi. My goodness. Ah, no regrets setting that up. We might have a problem coming up. This cliff is perfectly in the wrong place. We might have to just do a wiggly bus. Alright, son of a Bobby, good luck with your race. Remember, cargo fast is best, cargo slow is bad. You're welcome. When he wins that race, he's going to think of that advice, and he's going to, like... he's going to be standing on that podium saying, it's all thanks to my friend SeiferKatt. No cliffy booms yet. No, because we don't have the improvised explosives. Which is worse than, of course, improved explosives, which I thought they were originally. But I was a dumb. You bumbler. Absolutely. What they used to call me in high school. Absolute bumbler. You know what? I'm going to go tell her that and just see what her reaction is. Okay, so I'm slightly mad. Not actually mad, I'm joking, but... So I went up to Panda and I said, the Goo says you should tell Panda... Oh, the Goo says, tell Panda she should embrace your mistakes. And she immediately walked over for the hug before I even finished the joke. So, I don't have anything to say after that. It's just what happened. Yeah. Okay, I know it's all on one side at the moment, but let's just make sure it stays that way. Oh, boo indeed. I mean, she did it because she knew that I think she figured out what the joke was beforehand, so she was just like, I'm just going to go for it. And I fully endorse that. She is smart. No, boo, that's an awe. It's a moment. It is. It was funny. I liked it. Mr. Catman, am I having a good time? Am I having a good time? Yeah, man. Always having a good time. I'm having a ball. If you're having a good time, if you want to have a good time, just give me a call. I wasn't asking you, Panda. Panda does not want a good time, and so she doesn't want to give me a call. Actually, someone gave me a call. Was it Panda? No, it was an email. We're doing What the Shirt. Okay, so let's just go do What the Shirt. I was actually thinking about automating that one time, but I'm like, no, the song is way more fun to do it manually. All right, today's shirt is Chandra Flame Princess, which is it's really awesome. It's a amazing shirt from Panda. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a really cool shirt, you know. She's got the goggles, but at the same time, she's got the Flame Princess. Unrealistic boobs. I mean, yeah. So are yours. Boom. I don't know. I haven't seen them. I'm not looking for them. It was the best comeback I had at the time. I'm sorry. Yeah, Nick Snell's like straight there. Don't look. Don't look at my boobs. Um, I believe Chandra's armor is like metal, like there. But yeah, it is a bit unrealistic. But hey, look, I'm not. I'm not really caring. A wonderful shirt from a wonderful panda. My shirt is on fire. Yeah, it does that. It's my shirt is fire. You had to 3D model lots of boobs. Is that in your? It's like his hobby, or? Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm just curious. Yeah, everyone's got to have a hobby. Some of them are 3D modeling boobs. Okay, so we've made belt 2s. That is, honestly, some level of progress. Well, I'm glad that's what you meant by loads, because I was worried for a second there. Okay, so we're going to go one stack. Yeah, so this is the one I'm actually wanting to take from, but the idea is next we're going to get my underground belts and my splitters. I mean, yeah, I don't know where to go with that, so I'm just going to agree with you. What do you do? Do you do like graphic design, or like not wanting to get weird or like too personal about it, but it's like, why are you modeling boobs? 3D modeling, okay. Like for like design projects or like game design? What are you up to, Nexus? Again, you don't need to tell me a damn thing if you don't want to. I'm just curious. Is that even needed? That's not even needed. For a game. Awesome. Oh man. just doing that. It reminds me like of a recent Penny Arcade comic where it's like the guy is gone to the art department for like the new sniper game. I'm the one that's uncomfortable. Yeah, well, I don't want to be like, hey, tell me about like your private life. Like, everyone, you know, keep your private life as you want it if you want. Like, I'm not going to be like, hey, tell me about things that, you know, about your life. Like, that's up to you to volunteer. But anyway, it's like the Pin Arcade comic where it's like they're working on the sniper game. It's like, okay, so this is the department where you're going to be like making testicles explode. And he's like, what are the other guys doing? Oh, this is the whole department's about that. I mean, I assume you're not just modeling boobs for no reason, or unless you're making some sort of like hentai game, in which case, hey, you do you, man. Um, okay. Which sounds like what is what you're designing. Yeah, we got that under control. Um, underground. Yeah, that way though. Yes, yes, we've all played Dead or Alive. I don't know if we've all played Dead or Alive. Every now and then Stream Elements is like, hey, if you're enjoying this stream. This is Steve. He does the moves. And he also... Don't go into his office when he's got the door closed, because he does model them for himself. And unless you want to see that, you will be shocked. What if I want to see it, then go to Steve's office. Got something he wants to show you. Boy, I wonder what it is. We need to get more undergroundy boys. Can we have some undergroundy boys, please? To be fair, everything in 3D modeling has bones, including snakes. Whereas snakes don't usually have bones. True story. I'll be honest, I don't... I knew someone was going to correct me on that one. Yeah, I guess snakes do have bones. But they're not good bones. They're bad to the bone. Or down a man. Bad to the snake bone. Snakes are friendly usually. Yeah, I don't care. They can just stay right the hell away from me, please. You deserve all the shit I give you. Oh, I absolutely do. I never said otherwise. Oh, that's vaguely wrong. And by vaguely wrong, I mean quite wrong. Snakes are cute. Well, you know what? If you like snakes, that's cool. Good for you. I don't like snakes. Thankfully, I live in a country where snakes aren't real. And I'm okay with that. The less real snakes I ever have to see, the happier I am. I mean, I live in a country when a snake is found, it's literally front page news in a paper. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, oh shit, we saw a snake, and we're just like, ah! That's basically what the headline says. Oh shit, we saw a snake, ah! New Zealand papers are wild. I wish it did say that. It's so funny if it was like what the paper front page story. Spiders. We do have some spiders, but we're not Australia, so we're not like full of spiders. Spiders we have are fairly, you know, non-scary. I mean, there's actually one spider that's kind of a dick, but generally you have to go looking for them, and that's on you. If you go looking for the dick spider, that's on you. It's not actually called the dick spider before anyone gets excited. It should be, but it's not. Logic circuits and steel sheets. Dick spider's like the trouser snake. Does make sense, doesn't it? Okay, I don't really know how that's going to work yet. I don't really care either. We'll figure it out in post. That'll do for now. We'll do the undergrounds later. What else do we need? We need the logic circuits. Ugh, logic. I hate logic. No one is surprised in chat. Do we even have logic circuits on the belt? Oh gosh, I don't think we do. Ah, hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crap. We have to start another line. Okay. Well, they said it was always going to happen. One more, and then we go. Okay. And then we can start a bunch of new sciencey things, which is exciting. I like sciencey things. Ooh, we get to robotics. Ah, robotics, yes! I'm so excited. Okay. You know I'm really excited when I uncontrollably clap. That not really what I wanted, but thanks for trying. What we could do actually, we will deal with all the other stuff and connections later and the undergroundy bits, but now that we'll have to do. Okay. Nice. That should do that. Maybe? Really quick question. Storage chests, they don't... They might. Ah! What if I did this? Just out of curiosity. And then It doesn't work that way. Oh, that's a long day you got ahead of you. I'm sorry, Nexus. Like 6 more hours of modeling boobies. I don't know if that's your actual job. Missing a belt? Am I? Where? Oh, you know what? I know where. I know where. I knew it. It is a hobby. Okay, is this train still working? I'm genuinely impressed. Okay, if I can just chuck some stuff into there. Yeah. I mean, there's a few people in this chat that probably would disagree with, well, would probably be like, nah, not me, bro. And be judged. What? If they're not into girls, why would they be into breasts? Okay. Screw this bauxite for now. Oh, you know we're probably done by now. We're probably done with all this iron. So if I pull this away, we should be completely... Oh, there's like a little patch right there. Son of a... Okay, that's fine. It'll get us. I think there's a bit of a difference, but okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so that's gonna just mine out. We could just dig it ourselves, but I'm gonna make it dig itself. Actually, you know what? Just do it that way. That way I can just make it do its thing. Alright, so that's mining through the iron. That's cool. That's cool. Now, what? Glass! I see I had the caps lock key on when I typed for glass. Iron. Okay. Sounds good. So what we want to do is we want to... This is still going to make gravel. That's okay. Click, 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 glass. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to grab this. We need graphite, but I think that's graphite right there. So you know what? That's perfect. Almost like I planned it. I didn't plan it, but it's almost like I did, and that's good enough. Sometimes feeling like you almost planned something is just, you know, that's adequate. Okay. Iron ore. Just finish, thanks. Right. Oh, actually, these might be a bit more problematic than I thought. Apparently, it's not a one-to-one sort of thing. Okay, so then we do this. Transport belts. Yeah, this likes to be fine. And then once that's done, we will put that together. We might need to burn through, get the iron ore going a little bit faster. But that's okay. What we're also going to do is we're going to change how this works. So now that just feeds directly into that. There's no reason to do it any other way, quite frankly. Turn those all around. Make them all focus on that one. You can go into there, I think. That's fine. Okay. So that'll feed the ore. Oh, goodness, what's going on there? Nothing good, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Okay, we've got some things we didn't really want to carry, but that's fine, we've got them now. There's way more graphite than we need, but that's alright. The point is, the crushed iron ore will now be taken away, and we do not need to think about it anymore. And it'll make a little bit of iron on the way. I don't know if we're having... Yeah, I don't think we're having a shortage of iron at the moment, but that's okay. How's power been going? I don't think power is completely crapped out. Me... Meow. Meanwhile, this can probably actually also be turned into a place where we just directly feed the granite there. And let's change that just to make sure it evens up. We'll put that back down in a second, probably. That's probably designed that it'll only fit in that one place. Oh, power looks like it's shit right now. It is, but the backup turbines are doing their job. Yes! Yes, Queen! Okay, that's good. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Um... Hmm. Glass could be a problem. I think stone is just being a right bit of a dick. What we could do is we could crush the stone, and then, because really what we wanted from these was the sand, and we're getting that. So if the stone gets all the way there and it still hasn't been used, then, well actually, why don't I just use the stone? Like 5,000 stone, easy as hell to use, right? You just run around and go, stone brick a burr. Stone brick, go burr. At some point, I wonder if I'm going to regret this. I don't know if I will, but I guess we'll find out. There's far more like tile placement than I usually do. Okay, so what we can do now is we can go and get the. Oh, what are you carrying? Oh, some ore. Or what? Plastic apparently is also being a little bit problematic, so maybe we should go check that out very soon. What are you lacking? Steel. Yeah, steel I already knew was bad. Come to me with some new material, eh? Okay. So let's try and get some science done. So to get science done, we need to... We need to place 10 of these, which is actually really quick to do. We just need to do it. Actually, I wonder if we can do it with 4, right? Because if you go... Pick them back up again. Don't know if this is going to work, but... No, it goes back down. It was prepared for my bullshit. It's like, you're not demonstrating logistics at all. It might be. Okay, my turbines are kind of collapsed. Wind power is blue. Yeah, wind power was too bad for too long. That broke it. Okay, that's fine. One more. It'll be difficult when we have like 10% of the power we need. Wind turbines are coming back. And as they come back, so does the backup turbines, for whatever reason. Oh, I think I know why. The backup turbines rely on pumps. I wonder if that could be causing a problem. Anyway, science complete. I guess we're making labs very soon. I guess labs is the next step. Labs aren't hard to make. Well, actually, they're kind of difficult because we don't have lamps. And how can you play Caramel Dancing without lamps? Good question. You got to play Caramel Dancing in the labs. That's one thing I learned from university. If you're not playing Caramel Dancing in the labs, get out. They just got really mad about it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Yeah, power is dependent on power. If power is dependent on power, you've made a mistake somewhere. You probably need to stop making that mistake. For a moment there, I thought you were referring to you had the problem with Caramel Dancing in the labs, but that's not what you were saying. Oh, no. Other way, please. Other way. Yeah. Like, how can you respect someone who doesn't like Caramel Dancing? That's my question to you. Okay, that should be producing enough sand now. If sand backs up, then maybe we need to make glass? Make glass, not war? Yeah. We need to make a couple of foundries over here just to... Doesn't need anything else, just silica, right? Yeah. Okay. I know this isn't what I want to build, but I just want to like size it out. Like it's the perfect size, right where that cliff is. Here are my improvised explosives. Okay, new plan. Okay, well actually part of that was correct. Two. Okay, good. And then we're going to... There we go. So now it doesn't matter. So we can... Doesn't matter how we do it. We just gotta hit the glass. Yay. Output priority is that side, please. Okay. That way we're using more resources, which, you know, I don't need to tell you is where you kind of always want to be as a Factorio player. The speed running trick where you build your things next to each other. Because I am a speed runner. That was not right. I am a speedrunner, he says, doing the most inefficient thing. Okay, but that makes more glass. That's what we really wanted. That's what we were really after, just a bit more glass. Can I do another one? Oh, that'd be dangerous. You know what? Danger is my middle name. I really wish my parents had given me a better middle name, but Danger is my middle name. Okay. Oh, we'll set it. Nice. Okay, so that gives me a little bit more glass. Nice, 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 nice. And later we may demolish all this for making other stuff, but that's okay. We're not. That's neither here nor there. Do we need to do it this way? I don't think so. I think that was for a very different world. Fact. No. We never want to ditch our sand. Our sand is something we want. I think, actually. Hang on. I may have run into a problem with that. We may run into a problem with that later. No, we won't, because that's never going to make... Oh, wait. Does that make sand? It sometimes makes sand. Okay, then you know what you do. You have it, so this one is producing too much. That's when it goes into the hydro facility to get rid of the bad sand children. So it shouldn't happen often, but it needs to be prepared that it might need to happen. But generally I want this to run all the time. Input priority this way. So that way it focuses on this, but I don't know how often we're needing these stone bricks, so that's fine. We get after this. We get a few things after this, actually. We get a few things. Good. We don't get that, though. That's not for a while. We get these? No. Okay, so we get one thing after this. So we really don't get a damn thing after this. Oh, I thought I was going to be happy for a moment, but no, I was wrong. Silly Seif, thinking you were going to be happy. What a foolish plan. Your foolish endeavors. Okay, let's look at plastic. Plastic is rather pathetic. Much like my work ethic. Not my work ethic, my work, sorry. I gotta remember my own joke. Propene. We do not have enough propene. We don't have enough carbon monoxide, it seems. Okay. Is there a reason we don't have enough carbon monoxide? Is it lazy factory again? Probably. Yeah, I think we just got a bad case of lazy factory. Okay. Well. That's fairly easily fixed. So, goes in like that. Does. Can we just move that down there so we just get a little bit more room? That's kind of annoying. What if I move that like one up? Would that just make everything... It would break it slightly more, but I think it'd be ultimately a better plan. Yeah. Now the real question is, after that, now we've got more propene. Oh, sorry, more carbon monoxide, and that's more propene. Wait, no, where's our hydrogen? Is it hydrogen? Are you propene? No, I'm anti-pene. This is very badly connected. Wow, we've got like 3 power grids over here. That's probably not helping. That didn't actually connect any of the power grids together. That just put a single thing down. Okay, are we good now? No, not quite, because this one over here is also its own power grid. Good now? Good? You're good. Are we still having carbon monoxide problems? Why? Not enough carbon dioxide. That, I was wondering if that was going to be a problem very soon. Turns out the answer is yes. Okay, get rid of the nitrogen. I do not care for it. I've never cared for nitrogen. Someone's like, look at my new baby. It's nitrogen. I'm like, get out of here, nitrogen baby. I will not care for you, nitrogen baby. that make sense? Probably not, but it's the life that we live now. But these seem to be running fairly well now. These are probably still a bit short, actually, strangely enough. That's weird. Yeah, they still need more carbon monoxide. Damn, okay, sure. We can make more carbon monoxide, I suppose. Not the weirdest thing I've had to make before. I mean, it's pretty weird, actually, but... and that should help. Did I disconnect hydrogen again? I did. Okay, well, reconnect hydrogen. That's carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide production is good. Nitrogen I don't care about. We need more carbon dioxide. Okay. What about if we built one on this cliff? We are out of air filters. Okay, can we get more air filters? We can get one more air filter. That's not enough air filters. That robot's chasing me, but it knows what it did wrong. Didn't have air filters. The robot's like, it's not my fault. I'm not in charge of that. Yeah, well, get me more air filters and I'll see. Bad robot dad, that's who I am. And then we will, oh gosh, we do not have enough splitters for this. Actually, you know what we do? We do it this way. Okay, so that should make it a little bit more reliable plastic. Thanks, Wes, for the support.
Just resubscribed. For 6 months, almost stream baby, woman breastfeeding, woman breastfeeding, woman breastfeeding, don't blink. Blink and you're dead. Don't turn your back. Don't look away. And don't blink. Good luck. Or the weeping angels will get you.
Thank you, Wes, very much for your 6 months. I really appreciate it, as always. Almost stream baby. You're quite right. And yeah, don't blink. That's absolutely right. That's how the Weeping Angels do get you. I am so far behind on Doctor Who. I want to watch it again, but I just don't. I just don't watch it. I never actually built my air filters. I just talked about it. And yes, the mask has been donned. 6 months. Crazy times. A while. Even though it feels like I haven't been streaming that long, but it has been over a year. Like, fairly reliably. Which I think is cool. Up to you whether you think it's cool. I think it's cool. I've got all this hydrogen chloride. If I could get rid of some of the hydrogen chloride, that'd be wonderful. I don't know where I put it though. Where do you put hydrogen chloride? I cannot remember. Just put it in the air. I guess you can use caustic solution and turn it to brine, but caustic solution is not the easiest thing in the world to make. Hmm. It's fine. I would be making more plastic if I had a way. Actually, you know what? I know how to get rid of this hydrogen chloride. Boop, it's gone. That was probably a huge waste, and I hope I didn't just destroy a whole bunch of different industries in doing that. Boop. Okay. Just dump 15,000 units of hydrochloric acid. I can't imagine how that would be a problem. Like, I literally cannot imagine how that would cause any problems whatsoever. I'm kidding. I can imagine a lot of ways that would cause problems. Okay, how are we going with getting rid of these iron ores? How's Calidus going? Look, Calidus is doing absolutely fine, man. Like, we've got a new power plant, which actually probably needs more steam tanks now that I look at it. So let's go get some more tanks, so that way when the power shits itself, we don't run out of power entirely. My favorite part, I just know the power's going to shit itself, and then I'm like, well, you know, it's fine. So that'll increase storage of steam by quite a bit. It'll basically double steam storage potential. And if it never runs out, we can just add more turbines to it, which is good too. So right now my solar panels aren't working particularly great, mostly because it's nighttime. Go figure. But that gives me what? I don't think it's double. I thought it was double, but I don't think it is. 15 to 30. It is double. I guess they just had a lot of steam ready to go. I'll take steam where I get it. Means the temperatures of these going down rather rapidly, but that's fine in its own way. And these should be ready to go should they be required, which I might actually prepare a little bit more. Now that we know we can store more power, I probably should prepare to use more power, right? Each one of these consumes, actually hang on, each one of these consumes 1,200 per second. So 240, 480, 480 times 3? Yeah, it's close. Problem is it's not quite close enough. Okay, there's only one thing we can make now. Wait, 480 times 3. Sorry, I've got to open a calculator for this. It's 14. Okay, so one of these pumps doesn't quite... So this pump will not manage that. This pump will come close to managing that. So each pump does a little bit under 5. Or a little bit under 6, rather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm going to put this one here. I don't know if that's a good idea. What if I did it like this? This one. Yeah, this is better. This is better. I like this way more. So these are all full of steam right now, right? Yes they are. Okay, great. So Yeah, Steam's able to go a lot higher, which is good. That's what we want Steam to be. It doesn't really produce enough power, but it'll do. Okay, I'm liking Steam existing. Hmm. I love the little cat emotes being guys. You guys can understand it. We still have a lot of these iron pellets to go through, but that's okay. Okay, time to demonstrate laboratory demonstration. Let's pretend those words made sense in that order. They didn't. At all. Doesn't look very well in light mode. I'm actually looking in light mode. It looks alright. Maybe. "90 prod 9s. I didn't really think about light mode or dark mode. Should have. What's going wrong with aluminium, by the way? Because I'm not seeing a lot of the coils. Sheets. Where are my sheets? What the sheet, guys? What the sheet? Am I just not making aluminium at all? It's not looking great for aluminium right now, actually. Let me guess. It's these absolute chuckle lords. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We don't really have a way of getting rid of chlorine, though. That's always the problem. No, not that one. That's the one. It says void and 1 plus. Well, that's miles away, so. How do we void chlorine? Everything voids in 1 plus. I don't want to void in 1 plus, I just want to void it. So I've got to use the acid is what you're saying. Caustic solution, but the problem is the caustic solution, you get that by making the hydrogen chloride. Although you get 3... Okay, hang on. You get 3 sodium hydroxides. And then 3 of those make 100, and then 100 makes void. So vaguely that would work. You make caustic solution and it eventually goes away, I guess. But this is what's stopping my aluminium production. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these. I can mix it with the dust. I am mixing it with the dust. Or are you talking about other dust? Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, you know what what I could do when I have my signals is I could take the hydrogen chloride down here and then just melt all this dust away. That's probably the way to do it. The hydrogen chloride train is awesome. But before we do any of that, we do need to make labs. Still. Okay. How are we going with this? It looks like... Oh. Okay. What do we need? Well, at least aluminium's coming through a little bit better now, so that's fine. Do I want to do that feedback loop to just get rid of stuff? Probably, yeah. Do I have logic circuits? Not really, no. Maybe I should get them, huh? Because I think what I'm about to do, I'm going to need some logic. And logic is the worst, though. I just want to make sure the aluminium just keeps processing for the moment. So, we have hydrochloric acid. Awesome. That and caustic acid. No, caustic solution. So we get that by... Saline water would make... Hang on. 128, 28 plus 14 is 32. It's actually slightly more efficient to do saline water, I suppose. You can vent the hydrogen and oxygen, that's not a problem. Power-wise, it's pretty shitty, but... Eh. What you gonna do, right? We'll do a surge electrolyzer, so that way... doesn't need to worry too much about things. Because we just need to get rid of the chlorine, honestly. Like hydrogen, we can just vent that. That's not a problem. As long as we've got some in here, we can make a pipe that goes beep and just vents it. So what we need is an electrolyzer. Probably. No, a saline, just saline boy. Go saline. So we need a hydro plant. We need one of these. I'm going to tidy this coastline up just a tad, so it's a little bit more usable. Go. I think I didn't actually help things there, but that's okay. That's brine, okay. Well, hang on. Are we just ditching brine? We can use brine. And actually, we can use caustic... Hang on. We need caustic solution. Yes, we do. We know that. So, I'm really confused right now. Confused Kiwi noises, as Ghostin likes to say. Okay, so we get the caustic solution, which we need. We know that. But if... Okay, so here we're going to go logic circuits. One logic circuit at a time. Let's keep this one simple. This one's actually doesn't even need a logic circuit. This one just needs to be a pump, which works. So this one just gets a red wire connected to it. It says if hydrogen who wants to see CC for do plant craft or hydroneer? Who wants to see if have a computer that can handle it? Tough man. Okay, so if it's greater than 20,000, then we're just gonna vent it. Problem solved, right? Greater than, not less than, please. Okay, then that just vents that. But then we're gonna do another little trick, which is a couple of things. The first being the two logic circuits here. How to do this one? Really, if chlorine is too high and also caustic solution is fine, then we can vent that. Okay, so cannot reach. Now I can reach. No, are those pumps? That's not even close to what we wanted to do. We wanted to do deciders. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? That. And that. Okay, so. If caustic solution is greater than... something. Greater than 25,000. Output A. Output 1. What is my plan again with the hydrogen? Not the hydrogen chloride. The acid is what I need to get rid of. Right, we're going to turn into saline water. Yes. Okay. And this one says if chlorine is greater than 20,000. Let's go 25,000 as well. Output 1 as well. Right. So now they're both outputting 1 if it's not happy. Right? That's good. Then what we're going to do is have a pump here that if A equals 2, it does, you're right. Shoot. You're absolutely right. Good thinking. Yep, quite right, quite right. Thank you. If A equals 2, no, that's A. This A equals 2, which it's not doing at the moment. Then we hydroplant it back into saline water, and then we can put it back in there. And it's kind of a weird loop, but I think it'll do the job. Oh yeah, and then this also needs to... This one probably doesn't matter as much. Just use the acid and dust recipe. Yeah, but I don't have the dust. Like, I'm already dusting. I'm already getting rid of the dust. There's no dust. There's no dust. That's the problem. It's the granite's all going elsewhere right now. When I can, I will, but we got no dust right now. But why would I turn good resources into dust? That's the question. Like, everything turns into gravel, sure, but I want my gravel. Where's granite going anyway? That's a good question. Oh, it's making a lot of landfill. You know what? We probably don't need that much landfill. We can probably turn that off. That's probably what's not been helping. Temporary fix anyway. Yeah, it's a valid point though. I just don't want to like spend resources just because of hydrochloric acid. Bauxite into dust. Yeah, but I want my bauxite. Isn't that the whole point? You got the resource to use it? I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Can't use bauxite if you don't have caustic solution. Yeah, that's true. I think it should be alright now though. I'll only turn on if I got too much chlorine and I got too much acid management. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing that. Anyway, my aluminium is going right okay right now. The only problem with this might be that we are a little slow. Like, both as people and... Okay. Okay, that should do something. That sort of turns into more aluminium. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Being slightly positive on net caustic, that's what I was looking at. Although I'm brine. Fresh water it looks to be as well. Not hugely positive, but at least a little bit. And a little bit positive is how I want to live my life. Just a little bit positive, not too positive. Otherwise people start asking questions. Steel probably needs some more work on it. What we might do... we do something like this. Yeah, something like that should work. It's not happy because we don't have all sorts of pipes, but that's okay. Okay. This is actually kind of okay. Kind of okay is the best I can achieve today. Now, that's oxygen. That gets... nothing? Oh, yeah. Wait. You mean me, or... I can't remember what I'm doing. I don't think I need to tell anyone that. That stuff gets done eventually, and that's what matters, I suppose. Okay, and then we're going to put a overflow valve of sorts. Yeah. Now, if we wanted to make that bigger, we'll just have to... that is our plan. If you need to make it bigger, just give up. Because it's not blimmin' happening. But things are progressing to some degree. That we'll have to do sometimes. Okay, so Laboratory 1s. Now, I have a funny feeling Laboratory 1s might be best built over here. Because we've got our logic circuit. And Laboratory 1s aren't used for much, just Chemical Plant 2s, which, you know, is probably super freaking important. Nanofabricator. What? Yeah, anyway. Let's not worry about a nanofabricator yet. We don't even know what... we can't even say those words. Banned red science. Red science is fine. I think red science is fine to the point that I don't need to worry about it just yet. Lamps. Lamps are here. Yeah, see... this looks like the best place to build labs. I don't need a lot of labs. So I think one assembler for labs will suffice. So he says. Oh. Termac. There you go. Expanded red science. Consider yourself told by Wes. Do what you want with this information. How about that lab science? Yeah, might be good. Okay, so we got lamps. The lamp. And we're going to also... here are physics. You go. You're way ahead. Keep going. You're rocking it. Okay, I think we're actually at the end of yellow belts because all my yellow belts are gone. I need to go get red belts. They live over here. With the increased steel production, that should be doing a little bit better now. Extra throughput by boxing everything is just really an interesting idea to me. Put that there. I don't really want those anymore. Actually, wait, no, I do want those. Give them back, give them back. Insidious. We did improve steel, right? Like, steel was reasonably improved with what we did. Yeah. From 80 to 100. Wow. Improved by 20. What a deal. Really feel like we did that much. That's okay. It's still an improvement, right? Any improvement, still something. It's something. Okay, so lights, yes. Logic circuits, about to. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be a pain. I think we can probably do it this way. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, Termite, just build what you want when you want to. You know, the game will tell you when you've messed up. It's like, hey, what you doing? It's like, stuff? Not good enough. Get better. The game is never impressed with the answer of, I don't know, I'm doing stuff. Don't worry about it. It's like, no, I'm very worried about it. Do better. Oh wait, these red belts probably have a longer thing. 11. Ooh, okay, 11's a nice number. How about you just get rid of that rock, huh? Rather than complaining about it, how about you fix it? Just getting angry at the tooltips. No reason for that anger. Calm down. Put some solar powers. Be better is very bad criticism if it's not being said to some supervillain. I mean, yeah, it's terrible criticism in general. Like it's, I mean, it's criticism. The criticism is basically you're not good enough, but it's not saying how to improve. Just being better. Like, calm down, Hakuna Yotadas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just saying be better is like, yeah, great. That's fantastic. It's like how to stop depression. Just say cheer up. That works every time, right? No, it doesn't. Like not even slightly. It was that easy, they really would have done it. People, right? It doesn't even. That's true. Just be better. What part? Just better, man. Just improve. Right now, you're here. We want you here. Like, that's not good enough. Let's just buy a house. Oh, look, Sir JMO, I know you're joking there, but literally the Australian president said something very similar to that. You know, oh, people are complaining about the price of rent. Why don't they just buy a house? And it was like, I mean, someone who's Australian who knows that line a lot better than I do, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it was something along those lines. Which, you know, it's like, wow, you've completely missed the problem, haven't you? It's a very let them eat cake situation if you think about it. People are complaining that the rent is too expensive. What will we do? Make them buy houses. With what money? Are you going to give them the money? Oh, hell no. I'm not giving money to the poors. Oops. Okay. And we're just going to put a box here. We don't even need a big box, just a little box. One stack would be enough. Labs! Yeah, exactly. Too many, that's the problem. And then also you got to remember people on the... Yay! People on the lower 20%, minimum wage, they're not exactly, got a lot of savings. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we needed 3 labs. Yes, we do. Okay, well then let's figure out where we put the labs in the first place. They're over here. Next to the accumulators that we have for some reason. We're just gonna go doop, doop. And we can finally build new labs. Holy shit. Oh, just accumulators? That's true. Also can go in my inventory, can't they? These work. The grid batteries. It's true. Work again? You just oh yeah, I forgot solar panels could go in my inventory as well, couldn't they? Builder equipped. I literally can't see them for the life of me. Here they are. I thought they could go in here. I was wrong. Happens sometimes. Happens a lot, actually. Good news is, labs. Made some real progress. Okay, so yeah, we do this. We do sensors, and then we start having signals, and then we start figuring out how the hell we're going to do this rail network. Not that I need it right now, but it's a good idea to start thinking about once we've got signals. I think. What is the next thing? Oh, optimization. Okay. That's fine. Are we going to get robots before we need to do the next checkpoint? Yes. Yes, we are. Oh, more turbines too. More efficient turbines. Ooh. Hello there. Okay. Also a bit of use for nitrogen as well. Start using it for power. That'd be pretty good, actually. How are we doing with steel? Steel is still coming along? Yeah, I'm not seeing any delays in steel. That's really good, actually. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, that's kind of the advantage and disadvantage of modern medicine, right? The inequality is rough. Nitrogen will be an ingredient for the next science pack. We start looking at the next science pack now? I think we should. Let's try and find the next science pack. The next science pack looks to be green. Oh yeah, ammonia. My old friend ammonia. Concrete. I mean, lubricant. We've got sulfuric acid. Okay, I mean, sulfur's coming. Wow, it's been so long since I've tried to be famous. Awesome. Been a while since I got a bot. Get out of here, bot. Ammonia in a barrel because. Uh, all right. Well, yeah, ammonia in a barrel. Well, because you've already got 2 liquids coming in, so you might as well barrel it. I guess that kind of makes sense. Is that air or is that air separation? Separate air even further to residual gas. Oh gosh. I mean, this is the first one of those I've seen in weeks. I'm not sure it's the Wes effect. Sorry? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see if you've gone insane. I would love a snack. I don't want to be famous. No, you don't have to be famous. I don't really want to be famous either. I just want to keep doing internet videos. I'm doing them, so hey, I guess I'm not paying for viewers. I've done it. I figured it out. I think we still need to do some work with plastics. Panda snack, panda snack. 248k plus 2. Wait, what's 248k? Oh, 248 times? Is that what you're talking about? Like 248 times science? I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking. Oh, shut up. This thread, Seif realizes he has no idea what he's talking about. Eh, that's on you. Grab some more bricks. How cold is it in there? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, actually, hang on. You've just been asked a question. Do you agree that I should make Wes a mod? You do not? By the way, Wes thinks that he should be a mod, and that's it. The only person who's a mod is Panda. That's Panda's job, yeah. Okay, Wes, I've been told you have to marry me if you want to be a mod. That is apparently the requirement. So, if I actually hire a mod, then they are officially married to me. Not hire a mod, but if I promote you into a mod, so Wes, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to marry me? Wes, will you marry me? Okay, apparently that rules might change. I think it's going to change right before I get another mod, an actual mod. Yep, that's how it works. Oh, why the hell would I want U.S. citizenship? Dude, I live in New Zealand. We have death camps apparently. According to US politicians. I was going to say, do you live in a country with death camps? It was a pretty lame proposal. Yeah, it was, right? So almost like my heart wasn't in it. I don't want access to Swiss Miss chocolate. Nah, you don't get citizenship by being married to someone. In New Zealand, yeah, you don't just get citizenship, you don't even get residency by being married to someone. You'd still have to go through the whole process. Wait, hang on, wait. You get US citizenship by being married to a US citizen. Is that honestly how that works? Really? Huh. I didn't know. Um, uh, Depends who you are. So it's, if you're, I'm sorry, I'm going to choke on a chip now. Yeah, if you're in a field that needs people, then yeah, it's pretty easy to get New Zealand citizenship, I've heard. If you aren't, then it can be tricky. But I mean, I've lived in New Zealand my whole life, so I'm not entirely sure of the full requirements and everything. Oh no, New Zealand is way more difficult than that. But also in New Zealand, you don't have to renounce your citizenship if you become a New Zealand citizen. So take that as you wish. Or, don't, whatever. Hmm, okay. I'm not sure what I'm building right now. I guess I need some lamps. You're not allowed to be so US doesn't allow dual citizenship, huh? I guess some countries don't, some countries do. New Zealand doesn't mind it. Yeah, but to be a citizen, you have to already be a resident. Okay, interesting. Okay, what am I actually doing? I'm just running around doing absolutely nothing while science happens, so I should actually get something done. Thing is, I've kind of automated everything I needed automated right now, so... Huh. Could build new assemblers. That's probably not a bad idea. What else? New pumps? Could be good. New pumps could be good. Prepare for sensors? Thinking ahead. Sounds like you're an ally of future Seif. I don't trust that. Ooh, pylons! Power pole 2s? Actually, power pole 2s sound really useful. Let's do that. Can we do power pole 2s and pylons? Yes, we should. Pole. Pole. Yeah. Pylon. We need power pole 2s? Okay. Which of course need power pole 1s. I'm not surprised. I'm just upset. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so power pole 1s are over here in the middle of the spaghetti. Hey, there you go. When you're in IT, that tends to help. I think we need people in IT, New Zealand. I think it's a common problem. Because generally what happens when people graduate, they then move overseas where they earn more money. New Zealand is not a place you move to if you want a lot of money. New Zealand is a place you move to if you want, like, a really relaxed life. Maybe not really relaxed, but, you know, you don't have, like, absolutely crazy environments of, like, money, money, money. You don't want to be found on a map. Dude, do you want to be found on a map? I don't want to be found on a map. Sounds terrible. America might find you if you're on a map. Oh yeah, but I mean, again, that's just life in New Zealand. Like everything costs a lot to import. Sure. Um, you don't live in New Zealand for that. Like you live in New Zealand because it's like, yeah, America will find will map or not. Yeah. New Zealand's the sort of thing that, like, if you're here for the money, you've gone to the wrong country. You go to Australia for the money. Australia just has far better potential for people. If you go for like I want to like be like a CEO of like this new tech company, you don't do that in New Zealand. You just don't. Um, it's quite common around like election times where like the opposition's like, "Brah, we need to make sure that New Zealand has all the tech graduates," and it's like, why? They're not going to stay. We don't have that level of infrastructure. But they're like, no, it's the brain drain. Ah! They actually say bah, and it gets written like that in newspapers. It doesn't actually. I'm making shit up, obviously. But, you know, the opposition party will always get angry about it, no matter no matter who's in the lead, whoever has like the prime ministership. The opposition will always be like, oh, it's these guys that are doing it bad. It's like, no, New Zealand's just like that. New Zealand just doesn't give a shit sometimes. Wait, what? That sounds terrifying. I mean, I had the vaccine, but oh, Australia. It doesn't even surprise me. That seems like something Australia would do. Hmm? Why am I being mean to Australia? It's Australia. They know what they did. I actually have nothing against Australia, to be fair. I am just joking around. Australians totally get it, I'm sure. We're just mean to each other. That's how Australia and New Zealand are. Because we're kind of like brother and sister country. You know, we pretend we hate each other, but if anyone messes with the other one, we get really mad at them and punch them in the face. I'm never mean to my sister because my sister I like. Alright, so what do we need? We need insulated wire and aluminium rods. Okay, that's easy stuff to get. We really need to tidy this area up at some point. But not yet. Don't know if that's quite right, but we'll figure it out later. I think that looks right. Aluminium rods. Ah. Where are my improvised explosives? Since this is almost done, I feel very stupid that I didn't research it now. I could have, but I didn't. I know I was told to in everything. But I didn't want to. It wasn't time. And now it is time, and it is now too late. That's right, we can't do anything with sensors right now. What does sensors even need? Oh yeah, most of that stuff's pretty easy. Okay. So that will generate power pole 2s. Hell yeah. Okay. We're at a new world of technology. How exciting. Then we need insulated wires. Which honestly, we can probably just do this. And we need steel plates, which, don't know where they are. Okay. I think the plan here is we use these steel plates. There we go. And then we have another era of technology. We can now use pylons without restriction. That's exciting. It's going to be good for when I'm doing the train networks as well. Okay. It's time to build sensors. Before anyone has a go at me.
Hey, Wes, how much is decent gaming PC?
Oh my god, Veldak, thank you so much. That's... Ah! The support is overwhelming. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um... I'm at a loss for words. All I can say is thank you repeatedly. I think I'm actually needing to move up my schedule now. Maybe that's next week's goal, actually. Order thing. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. I'll figure out what I actually need. Yeah, it's hard to tell with those things, like the truth of those things, because like groups say all these crazy things and people go, that's not true. But the lies spread so much better than the truth does. Do you like the yay? There's some new good ones. Yeah, I'll be getting Nvidia. I like Nvidia cards. I tend to go with them rather than AMD because, you know, I really like the I know nothing about graphics cards. I just always pick Nvidia. People are like, oh, AMD does XYZ. I'm like, I don't understand words. Just give me the one that I always get. Yeah, I'm the same in a restaurant. Just give me the thing I always get. Which is a true story. Panda's really enjoying saying true story a lot, like the last sort of half hour. I say that I haven't been speaking to Panda, I've just heard it 3 times, so I'm like, yep, this is her thing now. Oh, look, my mod's here. Yeah, I saw you posting that AI roguelike. Wait, does not work with AMD? What? I don't know if I'm going to have a graphics card that's as good as what they want, but I'll certainly, I don't know, try it. Can I try? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so let's continue with this. What do we need? We need new things. We need an arithmetic circuit. We need memory circuits. That's it actually. So memory circuits are the hard part. I think we're going to build those over here. Oh, did you want to pick up some rocks? Okay. Go pick up some rocks. Good job, guys. So proud of my little robots picking up rocks. Not true story. Okay. How much do we need sensors for? Quite a lot. Sensors are big. Okay, we need a lot of sensors. Arithmetic circuits are needed for a few things as well. And memory circuits are probably required for a few things as well. Yeah, okay. So we do need all 3 of these things. That's okay. That was kind of expected, I think. So what we might do is put arithmetic circuits and memory circuits on the same belt. That might be the best idea we have. Yeah. Okay, so memory circuits first, which is capacitors, 3 capacitors, and 2 logic circuits. Do we have capacitors on the belt? Oh, that's a scary question that I hate answering. We do. Okay, rad. Ding? Sorry, my phone went ding. I want to know what's going on. Okay, awesome. I still don't actually know what's going on. Oh, I see why. Valdex tip came through and it's like, just let you know, we don't trust that Valdec. Maybe a terrorist. I go, yeah, but he's a nice terrorist. I'm joking, it doesn't say that. I don't think anyone would be like, okay, well they're nice about it. That's fine then. Carry on. I don't think anyone's just chill about that line. Yeah, but they're a nice terrorist. Oh, okay. You agree? Only use Nvidia GPUs? Yeah, all right. Well, as long as we've got some consensus. Always important. Yeah, you'll never get that visa. Yeah, that's true. No, I think it just because I don't get a lot of payments into the PayPal account. It's like it just sort of goes, oh, that seems weird. What's going on? I think it'll chill out one day. Got a Bud Light and a chainsaw. What? Okay. So this one's gonna be easy. I don't even believe it when I say that now. Right. So the old American beer commercial. I see. I haven't seen that one. We don't get Bud Light in Zealand. I think we probably do, but it would be like it would be a harder to get beer than you'd think. Like it wouldn't just be something you just buy in every store. I'll tell them that. Don't you worry. I'll let them know. I will put that in my watch list for. Oh no, it's giving me ads for bloody shit beer. I don't even want beer in general, but I'll watch it after the stream. Just give me a second. I'll put it in my watch list. Sorry, Panda just says, "What are you putting on your watch list?" It's a valid question. No, it's just a commercial. Okay, thank you. Am I from Finland? Who, me? Oh, New Zealand. Unless you're talking about someone else, in which case maybe. I am not in charge of where people are from usually. Usually, sometimes I'm in charge of where people are from. I'll check it out though. I understand what you're sending. I'll have a look at it. Sometimes it's just good to understand like overseas references because people are like, "Ah, it's that old ad," and I'm like, "I don't know what old ad you're talking about. Like, you didn't get this ad. We had no, no, I'm not from Finland. I am from New Zealand, or New Zealand, if you say it correctly. 'Cause that's you've never heard anyone say New Zealand? Yeah, well, or New Zealand. You just New Zealanders don't like to say a full word. If we can shorten it, we do. I try not to do that because I don't like it, but a lot of New Zealanders are like, ah, full words, get out of here, gross. But yeah, that's just the New Zealand accent for you. You just plug your nose and say New Zealand. Wow. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, New Zealand has like a bunch of beer companies and commercials and that sort of thing, but I think they had like a rule at some point where you weren't allowed to have like alcohol commercials where people were like partying. I think it was something like that. I might be wrong. Because they were trying to like cut down on people being like alcohol equal fun. That explains anything to you, to anyone about how I am the way I am. Let me know. I mean, it would be export. Like you'd be able to get Bud Light somewhere, but it would be like a store that's like specializes in like importing goods, I would imagine. And logic circuits come into here eventually. We're really going to have to go back and I think we're going to need to try and work on our supply lines for future. I think that day is coming. And coming fast. Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing like banning smoking companies from like advertising. Please tell me that's not the reason why the word color was changed in America. I mean, America also likes the letter Z, you know, or Z. I don't know how people want to pronounce that word, but you know, they're like, ah, damn, like use an S, gross. Let's use Zs or Zs. I don't know. England added the U. Well, you know, that's how it is. We got a bunch of crap here. Adding an I to aluminium. Aluminium. I'll never take the word aluminum seriously. I can't. Too funny. I don't think I really want memory cells very often. Arithmetic cells sometimes. You know what? I don't even want those that often. Okay. We got some minor problems here. We've got a bunch of crap, and we need to just ditch it all. That helped, I guess. What do you think we do? Oh, here's the plan. Here's the play. Do that. Okay, so that gives me my cells, which is good. I'm happy with that, I think. Happy enough with that for what it's worth. And we're gonna power it back up again. Oh yeah. There we go. So that gives me my cells and my other thing. Yep. The mask is on, Veldak, don't you worry. I'm wearing the mask. I am Don D Mask, as Seif likes to call me now. For whatever reason. Yeah, it's fine. He can call me what he wants. Yeah. Yeah. I'm encouraging people to look up New Zealand laws. This is a thing that I've done. I'm sorry. Look at the New Zealand laws. Look at them. You must acknowledge the law. It may not be yours, but it is mine. Alright, so once we have the sensors, then we can... Wait, what the hell are we on missiles for? Put in a box? Oh, okay. Put them in a box. Okay, seems like things just go in boxes. We haven't got boxes yet. When do we get that? When do we start boxing things? Oh, packaging is its own special thing. Okay. Oh god, everything goes in packaging. That's fine. We can deal with that shit another day. Well, we have to deal with it another day. We're not dealing with it today. Odama, that's so rude. It's not that bad. So rude. You too, buddy. You too. Stop being mean to my country. It's lovely. We've got hobbits and orcs and the occasional int. Okay. Let's put a hold on sensors for now. Let's try and figure out why these are slow. These are slow because aluminium wire is slow. Uh-oh. No. Okay, I'm seeing some aluminium coming down. That's something. Not lovely, beautiful. Ah, I know why I'm saying ah, 'cause it's not like I made the country. Oh my gosh, Panda's saying it's all my fault. It's a bit much, but that's how it is. That's how it be. Okay, we apparently having a bit of a shortage of graphite at the moment. Don't know what we can do about that. We'll probably do something with that. The side. I fall for this trick every time. The problem is apparently not enough hydrogen. And too much just water. And no power. What? Oh, yeah, because these ones are surge electrolyzers, of course. So they'll only turn on when we have enough power for them. Forget about that. Okay, so that was having water issues for different reasons. Hydrogen. More hydrogen. We aren't off-gassing hydrogen, are we? I think we are. Wish there was an outflow in a form of placing like a reverse well. I mean, there's mods that do that, but of course there's a mod that does everything, right? Um, just really need more hydrogen. And we need less chlorine, again. A gosh darn surprise, right? Now, like, why are you taking selfies? I'm very confused. I think I'm missing a part of the story here. Power... Wait. This is its own power grid again, isn't it? Oh my goodness, we've separated the grids again. Oh, are you talking about Seif? Seif? Oh gosh. I get it now. I get it. You're taking selfies in pyramids with modules. Okay, I get it. That makes a lot more sense. I was trying to think how I'd say selfie, but with Seif, so it'd be Seifies. How to separate the power grids. I think it was I was building something and then I took a power pole away and then I just never replaced it. I think that's how it goes. Bad design. I know how you like how do you get bad design, but kind of pretty and hypnotizing in a way, isn't it? I think so. But I have no sense of taste. Okay, so that should provide more hydrogen than it was before. Yeah, I think you're right. From what I've seen, I would agree with you. That's what I was thinking as well. Yeah, let's burn off some extra oxygen. Oh gosh. Ugh. I'm honestly surprised that cat mask's like elastic hasn't broken by now. Like I'm legitimately surprised. Sorry? don't snap it. I'm allowed to be surprised, Panda. My mod's threatening to... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Mask time. I just took the mask off! Okay. Okay, so interesting news. There is a Electrolyzer 2 available that I did not realize. That must have been made fairly recently. We make most of the technology for it, except small pump. Small pump. Oh, it's like a regular pump, it's small. Oh, okay, so it needs the more powerful pump, and then it just sort of makes it smaller. Okay, that makes sense. Well, anyway, actually, I think I'm actually going to call it for the night, but that also means because I'm wearing the mask, I'm going to have to do the farewell with the mask on, so, you know, Odava, you still get that good times. So let's save here, and then let's do our farewell for the night. Alright. I'm wearing the cat mask. So, it's always weird doing this because my, it weirds me out. You know, it must be for you guys, you know. Hello, I am Cat. Alright, so anyway, thank you everyone very much for being here. I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. Spending your time here with me today. There we go, got the sentence out eventually. If you've enjoyed today's stream and you're new here, please do consider following. I'd really appreciate it, and it'd be the best way for you to come and witness this madness happening again. If you've really enjoyed today, you can also cheer or donate or subscribe, but don't feel like you have to. Here come the sound effects. Seif likes to be surprised. Is this the panda clip again? No, it said something went wrong. I think it's broken. You break the clip? No.
Through a window, though, so oh, shit!
Oh, that was 4 months ago? Jeez. That's both further away than I thought it would be and closer than I thought it would be. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, you can also subscribe if you do so wish, and that would help support me and the channel, and aid me in buying a new computer. If you would like to go and watch old videos of this, you can stretch. Okay, you can go to youtube.com/SeiferKatt, and that is where I post the old episodes. I think I'm a little bit behind. I think I need to catch up on that, so I will be doing that this weekend. So if you want to watch a whole bunch of Factorio, there is a lot of it on YouTube. There's a full C-Block run, there's a full Space Exploration run, there's a full Sushi Belt run, and there is a full Bob's run in a maze. And there's like one episode of this, which is not great, but we'll get there. What else? You can also go... Oh, wait, hang on. Where do you go, though, for that? I can't remember. Is it... Oh, yeah. It's youtube.com/SeiferKatt. And you can absolutely go there and just... If you have like a long day of work and you just want to hear a friendly voice making terrible jokes, you can go there and that'll do the job for you. It works for me. Yes, I watch my own videos. I'm that sort of narcissist. You can also go to Discord. The Discord link is there. And you can find me outside my regular streaming hours. You can post memes. You can talk about Factorio or whatever the hell you want. Sometimes people go on lovely hikes and they send pictures of that. And that's kind of nice. I like the hikes. And beyond that, what is there more to say? Have I missed anything? Yes! That snap was kind of scary. Actually, I only saw part of it, but it was spooky. I do stream 4 nights a week. That is Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. With Sunday being variety stream. And at the moment, that's going to be Jumper King because my computer refuses to handle anything better. Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the cat mask and confusing myself. Anyway, that is me for today. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope to see you here next time in a couple of days. No. Yeah, in a couple of days. I didn't know what day it was. I forgot it was Thursday. It's been a weird week. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here, and I'll catch you next time.